Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. Oh, man. Fundora and Boots are in talks for a potential match. But before we get into that, make sure to like, comment, hate, subscribe, share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whoever. Let's get into the topic, guys. So it was reported this past weekend that Boots and Fundora are in talks for a potential matchup later on in the year. Obviously, Fundora has a match coming up himself, but everyone's pretty much saying they think he's going to get by it with not too much difficulty. So the potential matchup between Boots Ennis and Fundora. Listen, Boots Ennis obviously just got done taking care of Xander Zayas, in which Xander Zayas, some people want to call it retired. Some people say he just knew he couldn't win, blah, blah. In my opinion, he quit. All due respect. And again, I say this as someone who gained a lot of respect from Xander because he took the fight, so respect to Xander. But he just got done taking care of Xander Zayas. So Boots has been looking good. That being said, he did get touched up quite a bit in that fight. In fact, in round number 3, he actually got rocked by Xander Zayas, to my surprise, because I did pick Boots to win the fight. It was a little bit of a shocking moment, if I'm being honest with you. Now add in the extremely weird lanky height of a Fundora, which as of late, Fundora's actually been using that height to his advantage, finally, after many people like myself have been calling for it. Fundora's looks much better after he got his initial loss. So because of that, I do believe that Fundora is going to present a unique challenge to him. Now, one thing that people kept on saying about Boots is that Boots is very flat-footed. I disagreed with that notion. I disagree with it very adamantly. I do think he sits on his punches because he tries to give a little bit more power. But I think Boots is very light on his feet. And I think he's going to use that quick-footedness to give someone like a Fundora a much deeper challenge. Now, either way, that still doesn't really negate the tall lankiness of Fundora. I think it's going to present a unique hurdle for Boots to get over. I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure who will win this one, guys. Even though I would normally say Boots. If Fundora was still fighting the way he used to, where he used to like to fight in the phone booth, I'd pick Boots easy, hands down. But because now he's actually using that height to his advantage, it makes it a little bit more difficult for me. I think it's going to be an interesting fight either way. I think obviously it presents a unification aspect to it. So obviously we put two belts together. I think it'd be a good fight for both of these guys to get either name on the resume. If Fundora wins, you to get a name like Boots on your resume, phenomenal. Same thing for Boots. For Boots to beat somebody like Fundora, good name to put on your resume, guys. So I think it's going to be a great fight regardless. Honestly, I don't know who to pick right now. I want to see a little bit more from them as hopefully they do make it and lock it in. And then eventually we start seeing some of the training camp. You can't really emulate the weird size of Fundora just because, again, it's weird for his height and to be at this weight. So it'll be interesting to see what Boots does to kind of simulate that particular fighting style in his camp. Either way, I think it's going to be a good fight, guys. Again, even though I'm not picking anybody right now just because of the weirdness of it, I think it'd be interesting. I think it'd be a fun fight, and I think it's something we'd all want to see because who doesn't like a Boots fight? Who doesn't like a Fundora fight? Great things to look forward to. Hopefully they can make this match and get it locked in. What do you think about that, bro?
Listen, I was impressed and shocked that this announcement was made between Fundora and even Boots Ennis. Boots Ennis already coming off of a great win over Xander Zayas. And to be honest, we've done a speculation before of who potentially Jerome Boots Ennis was going to face next. Obviously, everybody wants the Virgil Ortiz fight. I'm pretty sure that's the number one in everybody's list on who should Boots fight for next. The other two that we speculated was going to be between Sebastian Fundora and Josh Kelly, who I believe holds the IBF title. To be honest, I didn't exactly think that the Sebastian Fundora one was going to be the first fight that Boots was going to go for. I thought Josh Kelly was going to be the easier one, get another belt and all that. But the fact of the matter is if he's actively going after Sebastian Fundora, dog, I have to give some props to Boots Ennis. Like, this man is made of sterner stuff. He already sees 2 tough fights ahead of him and one gimme fight that he could have easily taken. And to be honest, I would have knocked him for. I mean, this is a new division for him. There's a chance for him to get a new belt. But the fact that he sees a tougher of 2 fights and actively trying to campaign for it, dog, I just have to say, man, Boots is a lot tougher than that Xander Zayas fight. Gave him a lot more credit for it. This man wants to fight. And if there was any sort of accusations that or any sort of speculation that Boots has been trying to run away from Virgil Ortiz, dog, that argument's out of the water if he's actively trying to fight against Sebastian Fundora, who looks comfortable in this weight division, and he's actively trying to go out and hunt an absolute monster. And I do think, yes, it's Sebastian Fundora finally using the height to his advantage and actually trying to fight a little bit more of a distance fight. I do think Sebastian still kind of has to do a little bit of work around of still getting used to doing that game plan, because we already know, for as lank as he is, the man still likes to find the phone booth, and I think that actually might play a little bit of an advantage for Boots Ennis. So if he's actively trying to hunt that monster, look, dog, we have to give all the props in the world for Boots Ennis for even trying to campaign for this fight in the first place. If it gets made, dog, I'm not gonna lie, I'd be kind of rooting for Boots if this matchup gets made, even though I kind of suspect Fundora might take it, but I'm not gonna lie, if this fight gets made, I think I might be in Boots' corner for this. I'm absolutely hyped that this fight gets made, but what do you think about my analysis on that?
No, yeah, man, I think it's a great fight. I think it should get made. Hopefully, it does, and I would like to see it next. Um, it's interesting. It's an interesting concept again for both of them, just because Boots is no joke, as we saw. You know the way that he put out Xander Zayas. Boots is no joke, even at this new weight class. And on top of that, Fundora. I mean, again, I've kind of gone over it way too many times now. He's a weird fighter, man. He's a interesting fighter because of his height and being at this weight class. So unique challenge for Fundora. And if Boots can get over being able to beat a Fundora, I'll be honest with you, I think Virgil Ortiz has more than enough to be worried about. Either way, we'll see. Again, it's just rumored right now that they're in talks, so it's not like it's anything definitive, but we'll see. Hopefully, it does get made for later on this year, because it'd be great to see Fundora get in there. It'd be great to see Boots get in there. It'll be interesting. It'll be an interesting matchup for both of these guys, but I'm here for it. Hopefully, it gets done. Let's see it happen, everybody. And with that, make sure to like, comment, hate, subscribe, DM us about the bullshit, and
until next time, get rest and stay blessed. We'll see you in the next one.